Hit Season 2.
Like I said, on that map, if you can't do early game damage that's significant, it's so easy for the Frost to hold a third, take a fourth, have the better tech than you. It's a tough map for Terran, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely is. Well, guys, we're going to jump into game number 2 now on Frost. Here we are on Frost. Definitely one of our more frosty maps here with all the snow on the ground. And down in the bottom left in the red, taking that last one, it is Deer.
Big cheer from the crowd for this guy. His opponent to the top right, in blue, going gas first. It is GuMiho. Actually have quite a crowd down here today, and a very vocal one as well. I always enjoy those crowds the most that bring the passion here at Star League.
Yeah,
we bring the passion. The crowd's got to bring the passion. The Korean commentators got to bring the passion. Twitch chat's got to bring the passion.
That is for sure. I mean, I think a lot of people are excited about the SSL being back here. You know, the Nexon Arena. The Nexon Arena, definitely one of the best studios we have down here in Korea. Very big, lots of space, and you know, you got that stage, which is also very cool. The big booths.
Yeah.
And now it's the round of 16, not even just Challenger, it's like the real deal now. People are getting up, they're getting hyped, they're getting into the studio.
Absolutely, and it's we've got 2 tiers of seating here as well. You can come sit upstairs and look down upon the booths. And
or you can sit downstairs and look up at the booths and the screen.
Or you can sit downstairs and look up at us. There's alternatively, you could go on the edge and watch the screen sideways, but I wouldn't recommend it.
You know, it's good for if the studio's packed. It's happened a couple times during some of our Pro League playoff days.
Yeah, it does sometimes occur. Well, GuMiho is going to go back here to his early factory type opening, and let's see if it works out this time. Now, we are at cross spawns here this time, so it's a little bit more tough to actually make a cyclone push work, make a drop work when you are at cross spawns on this map. Like Dust Towers has an incredible rush distance, but Frost's rush distance at cross spawns I think is like even just a little bit longer. So
oh yeah.
Okay, look at this. It's time for cyclones, it looks like. I was wondering if we might see this.
I thought we were going to see Hellions actually, but you know, very big map. You can get that. You know, even Nathanius was talking about this on Twitter. You go the gas first, you get the earlier Hellions. Good map control on a map like this, but he's just going to go for the Cyclone. This definitely is a GuMiho build.
It looks like Deer is looking to perhaps even DT drop or go for a very early Glaives build. But either way, whichever he does it, he's doing this off of one gateway. And he also is committed so much to the tech that he's not going to have a lot of units to back this up. Let's see what GuMiho does now, because he's going to lift the factory. Is he going to do Banshees behind this?
What?
Or he could grab a Raven, build energy, then make another Cyclone, and do like an old school push. Let's see what he makes. I think it's going to be the Raven. There it is. Okay. Going to make a Raven, and then he can make either a second Cyclone as soon as he switches it. Another reactor going down. I'm like, oh. Yeah. Okay, so now,
he could switch it again.
Yeah, he could switch it again and make double Liberators and another Cyclone. Then he's got 2 Liberators, a Cyclone, and a Raven.
Whoa.
And Deer is going Blink. Raven PDD pretty good versus Stalkers, obviously. And GuMiho is going to attempt to scout this. That probe, very lucky to actually stop this from happening. Sees that Reaper, gives him enough time to react. That was nice. I'm really curious. Okay, let's see if our prediction is true. Swap it again.
I think it is. You know, the timing lines up. You're not going to want to keep that Tech Lab, and he is switching it again.
This is the power of Terran. All right. Blizzard
Double Liberator.
Dustin Browder is going, yes! This is what I always wanted.
And a tank, of course.
Yep, so he's not going to go for the second cycle, and the tank is giving him a lot more power to siege the pylons, because Liberators can't actually do that. Oh, sorry, Obzy.
You thought you were going to scout? No way.
The funny thing is, with this, Deer probably knows what's coming, because he's not going to be like, oh, I guess you got that to stop my detection, or maybe if I went a DT drop, which Wolf incorrectly predicted earlier, then that would have worked. But no, this is clearly just he's being safe. No, he knows a push is coming, and he needs to get geared up to deal with it.
Well, Blink is going to be the first step, right? You need Blink to deal with Liberators, even with the PDDs. And it's basically going to be your only option. And with the tanks in the back, and even the Cyclone to help push away a Warp Prism that could attempt to just drop Stalkers in at a different angle or something like that. He really is going to have all the tools here to prevent Deer from dealing with this.
It looks like, okay, so GuMiho has just gone super meta. Like, he realizes what's going on. He's going to use this defensively and only use Liberators. He's going to try to hold this push while doing damage. And what Deer is doing, I think, is like, wait, where's your stuff? I made a ton of Blink Stalkers. I thought you'd be like out in the middle of the map pushing across. I wanted to delay you, force your PDD down early, force a bad fight. And now Deer's like, what is going on? He knows he's not warping in because he's like, not really sure what's about to happen. And now he's got the Mothership Core at home. And this is a good positioning on this Liberator right between the pylons. Can move it easily, and he's going to siege this up as well. And Deer is now forced to either attack or
he's attacking,
I think he just has to attack, man.
6 Stalkers were not warped in at home, and here we go. Immediately blinks in. He does have that Observer.
The second tank is not in siege mode. And he just wants to pick it up and back off here, but he absolutely could have just done that while it was in tank or in siege mode. That's a feature of Legacy of the Void. These depots are not raised either. He's repairing massively. This is going to get to be a wonky game, but I don't know if GuMiho can actually win it. There's a third base with probes mining.
He denies the stim and the combat shield, so goodbye infantry upgrades for a very long time. He has so many Stalkers, he could even attempt to blink that tank again.
I think he might.
Looks like he's going to take it slow for now.
There's so many medevacs here as well. The SCVs are not fighting, they're repairing each other. It looks like repairing like a mule. The tank is chasing. These Stalkers are very low on health. The Raven's back, going to drop a turret. Would have been nice to have that PDD earlier. There's the blink forward. He picks it up. Nice micro here. Gumi, God, the hold. The hold is real. He lives.
Oh, man, he
the Stalkers
lives.
blink out. But this game is not over. The Liberators died. I'm not sure how, but they're dead.
Well, they're denying a lot of mining still from the natural just because Deer hasn't sent any more probes over there. I suppose he doesn't have enough to saturate it just yet, but we'll get to that. The fact that he's got a third Nexus is very important.
The fact that there's a hole in this wall is also very important. The Adept shade in. This is a game changer. The Raven survives and backs off. Another auto turret is dropped here, and he needs to get out with these Stalkers. He can pick them up with the Prism. They also have Blink. This is not going to work out if he targets that down. Looks like the wall will be broken.
Picks up and takes the Adepts out once again and blinks away. So just attempting to do a bit more damage, but it has to be careful even. Oh, man! The Warp Prism gets sniped out of the sky.
Look at the army supply, or rather the lack of Deers. He could actually send one drop to that third base and deny mining. It would absolutely work.
Even without the infantry upgrades, Marines are still decent if your Protoss buddy doesn't have any units.
Exactly. The Glaives are coming out because Deer knows that there's no way that GuMiho will have anything but stim for the next fight, and he has a better economy. I think what Deer knows too is that if GuMiho attacks him soon, he's going to be in trouble. So he's just kind of just basically being greedy with his tech right now, hoping for that not to happen. But GuMiho knows, and he's moving across, and that Raven still survives. I kept mentioning that earlier because if he has enough energy for a PDD, he's halfway there right now. There's just no way Deer can fight with this pure Stalker army right now.
Look at this. GuMiho's even smart enough to go around the line of sight blocker, or rather the watchtower, watchtower here. And he's going to go over there and even check this one and get control and notice that Deer still has not seen this. The Warp Prism is going out.
I think Deer is dead. He was playing greedy because he was just like, oh, I don't know if GuMiho will attack me. I don't think he will. Look at that. Can that even be called an army? I don't think we can.
This poor Deer is about to get hit by a tank, not even a car. A couple of Stalkers from the back attempting to do some kind of surround, but he is going to have to give up this third base for sure.
Well, if he shades onto this, he will regret it. Okay. I think this is game over for Deer. He's checkmated.
Well, especially once that stim and combat shields finishes up and he regroups his army. Not sure if he wants to fight in here. This is like the one time that Deer needs to fight.
Yeah, okay. Combat Shield's about to finish right now. He's going to commit to the Shade this time with the Immortal, but a huge group of reinforcements coming down. Stim in 6 seconds. Combat Shields finishes, and I think that will finish the game as well. Way too many medevacs. That should be it here. GG!
GuMiho taking game number 2 in a very, very thin hold in his base, but he does it.
GuMiho played that game like he was upgrading his PCs, like picking up the starport and putting in a new slot. What a great opening, very well planned, still executes it well at cross spawns, figures out what Deer is doing. Imagine how much easier that hold would have been if his second tank was in siege mode as well.
Oh yeah, and the third tank pops out, he's got that to siege up right away. And that blink wouldn't have been as easy for Deer if the second siege tank was sieged up. So GuMiho had the right response. He didn't have all the, he made some mistakes here and there, as you were saying, like that second siege tank, but a very good hold overall. And that was Frost. We are going to go into Frozen Temple for map number 3.
Yeah, Frozen Temple, definitely a map where we could see some more Cyclone shenanigans, is where the build was really made and born, you could argue, was this map. We saw it used by several different players. GuMiho specifically, though, I feel the first